So now we're going to move on, staying in the NFC East, but we're going to cruise to the New York Giants. I've got expert handicapper Nick Parsons here from the Insiders Room. Nick, talk to me about the Giants. I'm showing their win total at a 7.5. What are you seeing coming out of this team this year?
And actually, it opened at 7, this total. It has come up a tiny bit there from when it first opened a couple of months ago. But you know what? Sean and I are on completely the same level here with this division, with the team that he reviewed there, the Dallas Cowboys, and with the Giants here. The win total, 7.5. That's plus 115 on the over. It's minus 145 on the under. So the odds makers obviously feel that another difficult season is ahead here for New York. It finished 4-13 last year. That was last in the NFC East. Dallas was 12-5, Philadelphia 9-8, Washington 7-10, and then New York was 4-13. It only averaged 15.2 points per game. That was 31st in the NHL, in the NFL. But the hiring of Brian Daboll, I mean, that brings optimism to this New York offense and to Daniel Jones. Many feel Jones that could really have a breakout season here, his best season yet under Daboll. I mean, if it's anything like what we've seen in Buffalo over the last few years. I mean, when you finish with a 4-13 record, Ali, you get a relatively easy schedule the following year, and that's the case for New York. That's working in its favor this year for it and for our play on the over, although it's only favored in 4 games this entire season. Now, they got rid of Joe Judge. They seem to have the right guy in there in Daboll, but they also got 2 new coordinators in Mike Kafka and Don Martindale. And they also did really good in some drafting. They got 2 guys that can make an immediate impact: Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau in the first round. And with these 2 new coordinators, Kafka, he came over from Kansas City last year. He was the game coordinator and quarterback coach. And Don Martindale, he was the defensive coordinator at the Ravens. And so, I think that most of the attention in the offseason for New York has been on the offense, obviously. So the conceived weak point of the Giants is on the defense. They didn't address any issues in the secondary. I mean, we can't really talk about all the positive changes without addressing some of the negatives. But, I think all of that said, you look at the schedule, you look at these coaching changes, you look at some of the different moves. I think that the reworking that we see, I'm going to suggest a play on the over 7.5 here. I like this coaching staff. I think it's super solid. I really like Daboll and Kafka. Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley's numbers, I think they're going to go up dramatically this season. I think New York will finish with more than 7 wins. And as Sean pointed out there, just about the NFC East itself, they nicknamed this division the NFC least for a reason. Last year, finally, the Cowboys sort of lived up to these lofty expectations. I mean, really, it was Dak for the first third of the season that put the Cowboys on his back and put up ridiculous numbers like he usually seems to do early on in the season. But previous to that, I mean, the Cowboys were just notorious for underachieving. I really think that that's going to be the case today. Sean just outlined a bunch of the different points there, losing a few of the offensive pieces and different things. And so I think that this division will be more competitive, that Dallas isn't going to run through it, that New York will have its opportunities to win some games in the division here. And so, I think it's going to surprise a few people. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they can win the entire NFC East?
I think anything's possible in that division personally. But I like it going over. I like the line movement. That's already showing us they're opening at a 7. They've already moved it up to a 7.5. So people are thinking, that maybe it's not that Giants team that we saw last year. And I'm with you on this one. I like the 7.5, and I especially like it at plus money. My BetMGM numbers have it the over at a plus 130 and the under at a minus 160. I know you said minus 145.
Right.
So, I mean, the juice is definitely on the under,
Yeah.
but I think the play is the over on this one.
Yeah, I agree with Sean there, and you seem to agree with us as well. So, yeah, no, I think they're going to surprise a bunch of people here. And as I say, I think they're in the right division here to get a few more wins. So,
yeah, that has a lot to do with it. You're in a weaker division. So let's see it, New York. Let's see it. Something's got to give here, people. Something's got to give. Now, Nick, you're keeping all your premium plays over at picksandparlays.net. We can find you under the Insiders Room. Tell the people what you're all about, what the Insiders Room is all about over at picksandparlays.net.
Well, we also have week 1 NFL ready to go on the opening night game. We finished 9-1 over the playoffs and Super Bowl. And so we're bringing that 9-1 run over into week 1. We also are on a 5-1 run with our CFL picks, and we have our game of the week posted as well. So yeah, come check us out at picksandparlays.net.
Yes, and check out the Insiders Room Discord while you're at it as well. Yes. Lots of great cappers over there and fantastic information out of you guys. When you're at picksandparlays.net looking for the premium plays, like I said, use that promo code CFL. It's going to save you 20% off whatever you purchase on the site. Nick, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for the info. We're going to roll with the Giants over their season win total of 7.5. Thanks so much, Nick. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, Allie.
All right, guys, that just about wraps us up for the NFL Power Hour. Thanks so much for joining us. We're on Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and head over to picksandparlays.net to buy premium plays from any one of our expert handicappers. Use that promo code CFL to save you 20%. We'll check you guys out tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.